Nielsen household? No? That's okay. It's boring anyway. The Nielsen ratings are determined in one of three ways. You have people meters, and we're talking about national now. 6,000 households have what they call people meters. I'll show you a picture of it in a little bit. The sample size about 6,000. What the national sample is trying to gather is not so much what you're watching locally, like your local news. They want to find out what you're watching in terms of national programming, like 2.5 Men on CBS, Grey's Anatomy on ABC, a baseball game on ESPN. So really the Nielsen national data is really to gauge ratings for those national shows rather than what you watch locally. Now locally, there are about 20 markets that have these individual people meters. There are about 65 markets that have household meters, and then the remaining markets, including Rochester, are diary-only markets. And just for comparison purposes, this is what a people meter looks like. Another electronic piece of garbage. So what you got is this little meter thing sits on top of your TV. They plug in the back there. And if you're a Nielsen household, what it'll do is ask you to type in the number of your code. You might be the dad, so you type in 1, the mom types in 2, whatever the number is that represents the person in the household. And when you sit down to watch TV, it'll ask you on screen who's watching right now. You type in the code number. Okay, pretty easy. But every 15 minutes, it continues to ask you who's watching. Because it wants to make sure that it's getting every quarter hour a rating for that particular household and who's watching. So that's your people meter. Now your household meter looks a little bit like the people meter. The only difference there is Nielsen really isn't concerned in those markets where there's household meters who's watching. They're just concerned what station you're watching. So it's more of a general number. It's just measuring what station is tuned in a particular market. What the household is watching. It's not really asking, is it the father, the mother, the son, the daughter, who's watching. It's more just looking to see what